Hello everyone, we are back for lot package number 2. So very excited. I have been wanting this like Gollum with the ring. Just we want it, precious. So I'm gonna dive right in because I want to see what's in it. I am mildly less prepared than last time to know what's actually in it. So we shall see. Also, I have figured out that these things are apparently showing up very much like my period is, which is later than I'd like, and also at the least convenient time. So, fair warning. Ta-da! Oh, we've got pieces to it. So we've got our usual... It's squishy. So we have, conveniently, lot 2 of 360. So that's interesting. Also, all sorts of things down here. Let me see if I can actually read it. A whole lot of numbers. CBETA, T27, number 1545, P959, etc. Because it is written, the support number, and thanks again, LA. Assembled in Shenzhen, Guangdong Province, Tangtu Avenue, Landwind Science and Technology Park G. First building 4F, G. So something to do with that. And there's actually something else in here, and I don't know what it is. Hang on. Oh, I have no idea what this is. So that's exciting. Hang on. Had to check if that's actually the last thing in my box. Yes. So interesting. Glow Cow Book 1. 4/9/28, 2:23 p.m. The last hour ink, perhaps thanks by. Held together with these very nice little clippy things. We also have lot 0052, 2018-423, and a little QR code there, which I don't know what it is, and I'll have to find out later. But I do get these actually really badass little clippy dudes. They're intense, but I like them. They are nice. So I'm keeping those around. Oh, good God. It kind of looks like a coloring book, guys. And I'm kind of all about it. Book 001. They're sending us books? I mean, I love it, but what? Okay. Shall we go through? This is going to take a lot longer than... Okay. Glow Cal is Lot's... I'm reading the little piece here. Glow Cal is Lot's journal, our diary, and wish list. The name Glow Cal comes from the words global and local. Oh, so it's glocal. Sorry, my bad. We want to open up the world of Lot to someone we trust. You. Okay. Our decision to send this out as printed matter and not through email is because we want you to be able to interact with it. Draw on it, color on it, and reuse it in whatever way you see fit. I approve of this message. Like, wow. I'm a big fan of adapting things and using them for purposes they were not intended, so thumbs freaking up. It's just a pile of paper anyway. Exactly. With publications like this, we understand there's a fine line between an intelligence that inspires and one that makes you feel dumb. Truth. We tried to eliminate the latter with these pages. Glocal is a relief from ourselves so we can take a less serious look at our reflection. Each publication is an extension of the Lot universe, a slice of our time together as we all head towards the good death. Uplifting for spring, you're all going to die. Okay, so draw your perfect morning below. They have gotten you started with a dot that says 9:17 a.m. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm going to draw there, but all right. Next we have all sorts of arty things. Some sandbags, and I think it's some sort of a tire. But art. We also have, it looks like people who kind of work there. So yay to people who work there and do stuff. Also all sorts of JLFMWs, things and stuff. Also they have, I think, someone mixing their scent, if I'm recalling correctly. Some other pictures of their process, I think. I think this is what's going on. So, awesome. Yes, we are going to go through this entire thing. Block of text. Okay. My mom once told me, out of the blue, when I was about 14, back in Tagliati? I butchered that name. Never think that you owe me anything, money or attention or anything at all. Help me, talk to me, and participate in my life only if you want to. I am the person you found yourself with. You didn't choose me. I was not your decision and not your will. The only person you should ever feel responsible for is someone you chose, who also chose you out of the millions of other people out there. Thanks, Mom? That changed my life forever. I have no guilt and feel total freedom to do whatever I want because of that 3-minute conversation with my mom 18 years ago. Thanks, Mom! That was actually them. I think I get scared. I think I get the idea of question everything because of it. If my relationship with my mom isn't something sacred, then what is? Well, what if nothing is sacred? Thanks, Assassin's Creed. What if you can actually question anything at any time without permission or a sense of guilt? The only thing to confront then would be the fear of your own thoughts. This last flight with Joe was crazy. We went through exercise after exercise questioning everything, from the notion of family to the idea of legacy, the names of products we'll remember in the next 1,000 years, if any, to America and its people to Look, whatever will last for 1,000 years, yeah, you're gonna remember that shit. Primarily because it lasted, because most of it won't. Sorry, that's my history degree talking. Don't mind me. To America and its people, to money if we really need it. From simple objects, we talked about a blanket, to complex systems like a house. Everything was put under the scalpel of a question, and everything felt surreal. See pages 34 to 35. All right, by the end of it, I was shaking. Well, actually just plain scared. This process can be useful to anyone, but especially those who create. To design without considering constraints of time, money, or resources can be extremely fun. What if a house could print its own furniture? Please. And what if this furniture were later used as fertilizer in the garden while the house printed you a new version of that chair? Can you please print wood? That would be amazing. I want wood in all of the things. With lot2046.com, we've put the mechanics of user website access, login and password, through the same rigors of questioning. For instance, a normal home page today feels like you're visiting someone else's home with a set of guest keys dangling from that stupid keychain. A real owner would never have. If you're going home, it should feel like it. That was our story, the setup. Can we remove that outdated server UI and make it as simple as going home? Eventually, we found the technical means to build it. So now whenever you visit our site, you'll see your name in place of a logo, which you do. And of course, you don't have to enter or remember anything, which is good, because I can't. Even the content of the site will adjust specifically to you, and some features are already visible only to certain visitors. Interesting. Soon our main page will evolve into something even more personal. Call it First Principles, Nothing is Real, or Question Everything, but the bottom line is do not trust your reality. Do not trust Lot, Kanye. Don't trust Kanye. Do not. This is hilarious. I'm sorry, I'm going to get political here for a minute. My bad. This is going to date this immediately, but Kanye recently came out with a video of him wearing the Make America Great Again hat, and there has been a great furor of people. So no, don't trust Kanye. Your parents, your country, or its systems. I work at a living history museum that specializes in the revolution. Do not trust your country. Do not trust its systems. It's all fiction. We made it up. For real. Only trust the people you've chosen for millions of other people. We can build a better reality. To be continued. Talk soon. Thanks. Notes. Just align with notes. So, alright. Life review. Oh god. Okay. So you've got this thing. Hopefully you can see this here. You've got 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And you've got a whole list of things. I'm assuming it's some sort of a scale from one to the other. So that's the guess. Energetic to contemplative. Experience to culture, fashion to internal, now versus long game, work ethic objective, friendly, honest, agreeable, sincere, jump in, observe, protect, risk, bigger, better, incentives, ideals, the data says, intuition, ideate, focus, amplify focus, open focus. You hit a lot of focus there at the end. Just noticing. And I'm assuming you fill this in or check what things work, where you are on that scale, and then you add up the numbers because it's got at the bottom a place where it's got a total. I don't know what you do with that total, but we'll see. Good God. I don't believe in heaven, at least not in the biblical sense. Oh, we're getting into that. Okay. All right, strap in, guys. I don't believe in heaven, at least not in the... Again, just wall of text. I don't believe in heaven, at least not in the biblical sense. But without heaven, there's no hell either. Only life and death. You're either here or not, a consciousness or nothing. But what is consciousness? Googling the world reveals this definition, to be awake. But does not sleeping actually equate to being conscious? The way I see it, being conscious is kind of like activating a cell phone. If the SIM card can't connect to the network, being on or awake doesn't do much, does it? You can still use things local, whatever. Wi-Fi. So what does that make our brain? Out of our entire waking lives, how much of it are we actually conscious? Like plugged in and actively decoding our environments as opposed to falling back on our hardwired motors of inhale and exhale. Maybe that's what separates the individuals from the crowd, the rage to move or die. Swim or sink. Being awake is easy, but to be accountable to death, well, that's what it means to live, isn't it? Okay, right. I know death can be a little unsettling to talk about, but what I think is scarier is some people's denial of it, probably because they treat the idea of time too casually. It's a slow boil, and too often we play the frog, heedless to the laws of the universe before it's too late. I'm assuming that's the comparison, like you put a frog in a pot and then slowly boil it and it doesn't jump out. I'm assuming that's the comparison there. Our stewardship of time may be imperfect, but time itself is always perfect, never missing a beat. It's a tug of war for the ages, and though how the game ends may leave us feeling robbed, we never inserted the coins to play in the first place. We're here on a free ride. Knowing this, we can cheat the game a little bit. We outlive our number of breaths through what we create. They are monuments to posterity. The program's code is to get from A to B, and our products are the stepping stones. Culture is the momentum, but where does one start looking? Do you find it in Shoreditch bars or Berlin techno clubs? Does wearing Balenciaga SS, attending book fairs at MoMA PS1, shopping at Dover Street Market, and reading 032C make one a more cultured person? I'm gonna have opinions about this. Maybe. But then again, maybe not. Sheer eccentricity is a hollow way to live, like someone who collects boats but hates the ocean. Sorry, I work at a living history museum. Lasting things beyond our time is sort of what we do. Sorry, just opinions. Merely consuming is meaningless, but to understand one's choice of consumption is something else. Decoding the zeros and ones in order to decipher the program behind the production. That's the key. The ideas hiding within the code are what's important here. Everything made is a portal to a thought, and the act of discovering and decrypting that thought is probably pretty close to where I think culture resides. It just takes a little tuning to get to the right channel. I guess that's what consciousness comes down to, a sort of tuning, a knob or a switch, a decision. Although we all start from the same baseline of being alive, consciousness is a potential presented to us. Our decision to act on this potential is our most valuable currency. But the world has some cunning ways of distracting us from it. There will always be a surface world and a basement world. The surface world is filled with dead channels, so always assume appearances to be an appearance. Our resolution should be to look beyond what is immediately represented, beyond the candied optimism often sold with veiled agendas. Intense, but yeah. We need to leave the old network behind and connect our signals to something new. We vote for our existence through the fantasies we choose to believe in. Progress depends on the future now. Fiction alters reality, but to dream it, we need to be conscious, beyond awake. All it takes is a choice. That's really intense to just be like, hey guys, think about what happens after you die. We have a word search. What is your blank now? Use the word search puzzle to find 10 words, fill in the crossword puzzle, answer the riddle, complete the question above. 3, oh God. What? Sorry, let me try this again. Number 1, use the word search puzzle to find 10 words. Number 2, fill in the crossword puzzle, which I'm assuming is on this page. Number 4, answer the riddle. Number 5, complete the question above. And number 3, answer question on page 16, which is the next page, which is... What is it? Answer question on page 16? There's not a question on this page. It's numbers. My question is WTF. I'm assuming it's a draw your lines, or at least that's what I'm going to do with it, so ha 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 ha. This page over here just says a New Year's resolution down in the corner here. So, okay. Some sort of a question mark face. It doesn't have a happy face, and it doesn't have a sad face. It just has eyeballs. Or it's just shapes. I don't know. And we also have... Honestly, it looks like a heel plate. Like if you take a look at the heels of shoes, it looks like the shape of a heel. I don't know what's intended to do, but all right. Heel plate. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, here's our dot by number. There why did I have the feeling that it's followed the dots? But we have one here. I shall have to do them eventually. Ah, here's the thing that looks like a smiley face. It's probably not going to show up, but I don't actually know what it is. It's got a plug on one end and a something else on the other end, but I don't know what this something else is because this is not the optimal view of whatever that thing is. I'm assuming this is where all the cord stays in and you can hook it on something, but I don't know what that something is. So, mystery machine. This has a circle on it. I don't know. It looks like the actual center of it, you probably can't tell, but it looks like the actual center of it is actually printed as opposed to being blank, but I don't know exactly what it should be. So, smaller block of text. People should be afraid of how much they love something. The awareness of our time is our only tool for rebellion. Funny thing is, it's also their metric for profit. We need to repossess our attention economy, rebrand the mentality, suspect everything. 1 Thess, which I'm assuming is Thessalonians, 15:21. Our choices move the hands on the clock, and then scribbles. Like, literally, it's just a scribbles. It is interesting that they're talking about the attention economy, because a lot of things with like Twitter and look, I'm gonna be frank, look, and our president, where you put your attention is important. Let's just put it that way. I'm trying to be polite. Where you put your attention is important. We also have a bunch of dots. We have a red dot and a blue dot, and a little hand down here that says to pull this way. I don't know. This is a little esoteric for me, so if anybody has any clue about any of this, great. This is a thing that I feel on a deep and personal level. Pardon me as I fold this weirdly. Because there are pictures. We have a bunny. We have a little thing in a roll-up basket that says goodnight. And then it says, I'm gonna sleep for 30 years. I'm like, I just got done with an exceptionally long week where I have 2 days worth of overtime, so I feel that on a deep and spiritual level. I'm gonna sleep for 30 years. So there's that. Something in Cyrillic, I don't know. There's some things I just have no idea. And we have dot matrices. I don't know. They're making some sort of a pattern, and I don't know what it is, and I feel like I should cut them out and do a thing. I feel like the ones on this side match up with some of the dots on this side, but I can't quite tell, and I don't know exactly what. Yeah, no, they absolutely do. They match up on both sides, but I'm not sure what exactly I'm supposed to do with that information. Weird, again, looks like dot faces. Looks like two different dot faces, but also kind of looks like the weird thing. Also, there's a little tiny musical note up here for some reason. Yeah, it looks like a face. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the face, but all right. Miscellaneous lines. You probably can't see this. Miscellaneous lines. I literally have no idea. It looks like they were trying to draw something, and it stopped partway through. Like, on purpose stopped partway through. Not like it printed wrong, stopped partway through. I have no idea. We also have, patent number 134-303-44247. Lot 0186, household manufacturing. And they do mean you're manufacturing a house. Which, honestly, yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm a millennial. Please manufacture me a house, because we don't have the ability to afford them. Thanks, guys. But it does look like a really creepy chair. Okay, I kind of have to show you this, because it kind of looks terrifying. And I'm trying not to have this go weird. It's a little chair with a big mechanical arm that comes out in front of it that kind of looks like I'm going to be impaled on something. Again, I'm not entirely certain as to what exactly is going on here, but it looks terrifying. But I'm interested to see what all is going on here, because I'm not sure I know. So, we have another block of text, but this one says, what is LOT? Asking for a friend. LOT is the ultimate set of basics, discrete, utilitarian, dispensable, software-powered, and inexpensive. Once a month, you will receive a package containing a pair of socks, a t-shirt, and underpants. Semi-monthly, you will receive a variation on a sweatshirt and pants. Every 4 months, you will get a pair of new shoes. Every package is paired with a self-care product or an accessory. Within a year, Lot can replace your entire wardrobe. The subscription schedule and products adjust to fit your needs, preferences, and schedule. Like a uniform, the pieces are of consistent color and style with almost no branding. There will be periodic updates to existing products, like a software, but there are no lookbooks, collections, or seasonal sales, which is why I'm doing this. You can actually see what they look like. The clothes are dispensable. Eventually, as they wear out, they can be bundled and returned, eliminating clutter. Actually, question. How worn out are you getting? Because I'm a lady person, and so I can go through some freaking underwear. So exactly how gross do we want to get here? So our current thinking is, number one, subscription to the essentials from a toothbrush to a prefabricated house. Looking forward to that. Number two, the best socks, underwear, and self-care products for the best price. Work on your soap. I'm just going to leave it there. Just work on it. Number three, new experiences around the most basic products and rituals. I don't know what you mean by that, but interesting. I will look forward to experiencing them. Sure. Number four, this is the story about you, a movie you're living. This goes with the theory that in my brain, everyone thinks they're the protagonist and they forget that they are also supporting characters in someone else's story. It's a whole thing. I will get into it later. Number five, a tight community of like-minded people. The safe zone. Yes, safe zones. Don't be a jerk to others. 6, no bullies and no shit. Lot is very selective with its subscribers and curates the community to protect the vibes. Double thumbs up, thank you. Throw out jerks. Love it. Even if it's me. Even if it's me. Like, I try not to be a jerk, even if it's me. Tell me and I'll fix it. Number 7, technology in service to emotion and beauty, not the other way around. Number 8, even the t-shirt has versions and updates, just like any other piece of software. Sensible. 9, a collective R&D project with weekly real-time brainstorms on Twitch, which I haven't seen because I usually work on Fridays and can't actually tune in. 10, transparency for the community, but privacy from the outside world. Transparency for the community, but privacy from the outside world. I am violating this, I know. But primarily because you need some outreach, otherwise nobody ever hears of the thing and then it dies. So hence I'm telling people so that you know what it is to expect, and so you know if it's your thing, and you know if it's not your thing. 11, no investors, no board of directors, no executives, and no consultants. Fuck them. Specifically says in there, fuck them. So I feel better about cursing now. Yay! 12, users design products for other users. Good. 13, the motivation for the good works. Okay. And 14, the universal reason. I have to do this hand motion because it sounds so epic. So yes. A special shout out and huge thank you for the recent Lot 0045 User in Residence Program applicants. Hey people! Dylan, Tim, Ari, Mirko, Vincent, Marcus, Dave, Jacquin, Clint, Bernardo, Simon, Anthony, Dominic, Barry, Carlos, David, Stanislav, Brandon, Damien, Doug, and Andre, Reed, Pietro, and Steven. And I'm sorry if I butchered any of your names. And then pretty sunsets, just to finish out. And the back cover. So that's an interesting thing. And I'm going to pause this here so that then I can come back and do the other one now that we're done with the actual booklet. Woof. I'll be right back.